This post might seem kind of ridiculous, especially to those less experienced with anime, but the more I watch My Hero Academia and the more I see these characters, the more it feels all too true. The entire main female cast of this series is filled with incredible character designs, so much so that they all stand out as individuals even when grouped together. Considering that complaints about samey character designs have become more prevalent in recent years, it's kind of amazing how much impact and uniqueness Horikoshi-sensei instills into his designs. So how did he do it? The shorter and more obvious answer is variety and good design sense, but it goes so much deeper than that. Lots of shows have variety in their character designs, but even really great shows in the same genre don't leave quite the same level of impact with their designs. To elucidate on what I mean, I want to first examine an anime with character designs that I personally think are extremely attractive and pleasant to see, but still don't leave much of an impact, that being Mahoka Koko no Ratose, or the Irregular at Magic High School. I'm gonna be perfectly blunt, all of these characters are fucking hot, fetishistic input aside, and had they been in a better show, I would have no qualms with buying a figure or two. However, the designs themselves really aren't that memorable, even without the school uniform. And the reason for that is, much like many other anime, most of the characters are based on a similar design template. To really address the heart of the issue, I'm going to strip away most of the character details and focus solely on their eyes, which, as societal custom dictates, is where we tend to look when someone is talking. Notice that with the color factor removed as well, most of these eyes look more like slight variants on a single character rather than half a dozen different characters. In particular, the actual structures of each eye are extremely similar, which shouldn't really be surprising since the characters are meant to look like they come from the same show. However, when viewed like this, it becomes kind of difficult to pick out which eyes belong to which character, and that's kind of a big problem. Yes, I have certainly manipulated the images quite a lot, but eyes are extremely important in determining identity because they're one of the things we see most often. Adding on hair, body type, and bust size really doesn't matter much if the basic eye template is so similar. But what happens when we do this with Hiroaka's cast? Well, as a pleasant surprise, every female character has a distinct set of eyes that only look like their own. Ochako's eyes don't look like Tsuyu's, which don't look like Yaoyorozu's or Kyoka's or Ashido's, and this philosophy even extends to the male characters as well, though not as much so. These differences become even more pronounced when viewed in color, and they even carry their own meanings reflected in the characters' personalities. Ochako's warm brown eyes perfectly sell her bubbly and endearing personality, Tsuyu's monochrome ellipses convey her quirky and blunt demeanor, Yaoyorozu's deep black with a hint of glimmer show off her strong personality with a tinge of vulnerability, Kyoka's narrower pupils instill an air of aloofness and a bit more cynicism, and so on. These small motifs extend further out into their hair, bodies, and facial expressions to convey an entire aesthetic idea for each girl, and all of them feel like totally unique characters that haven't been copied from somewhere else without going totally overboard with their designs. The soft curved lines of Ochako's body that still have a tough sturdiness to them, the openness of Yaoyorozu's outfit suggesting some kind of internal weakness, Kyoka's punk rock attire. I mean, come on, one of the characters is a cute pink alien with frizzy hair and almost completely black eyes, and another character is a literal frog girl. A frog girl exists in this anime, and she's at least the second most popular female character in the show amongst fans. I don't care how much anime you've seen, that is an amazing feat. What's important is that none of these character designs feel like a template, and when engaging in the never-ending waifu wars conflict, not having a template is actually a huge advantage. When there's something inherently similar about a group of characters, it makes them easier to compare. Having a base to start from makes it much easier to decide which auxiliary traits you like or don't like. Long hair or short, natural colors or anime colors, tall or short body height, oppai or lolly, etc. But when you take that template away, it's much harder to make decisions because there's one or more extra really important factors being judged. There's a reason why the phrase comparing apples to oranges is so well understood. It's a lot easier to pick between two different types of apples because they share a fundamental taste and texture, but it's a bit more difficult to decide between two entirely different fruits because they're so different. So, to end on an overly extensive and unnecessary metaphor, if you want your character designs to be lasting and memorable, don't give audiences a choice between Red Delicious, Granny Smith, or Fuji. Give them apples and oranges and pineapples and mangoes and every other fruit you can think of. The world isn't made up entirely of apples, so why should your characters be? Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll probably be up in a cabin in Wisconsin with no internet by the time this video goes up, so I won't be able to react to your comments right away, but by all means leave your comments about the video below and I'll get back to them when I get back in town. And this is also the last weekend before the new semester starts for me, so I'm gonna try and put out as many analytical videos as I can, though it's probably gonna go down to maybe one every 2 weeks or so. I'm still gonna keep a consistent upload schedule in general though, so I'm gonna come up with some ideas for what I'll upload on the off weeks or however my schedule pans out. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. Share this video around with people you think will enjoy it. Check out my written reviews of anime over at Digital Fox Media, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.